You won't forget me, Peter, will you?" Of course, Peter promised, and then he flew away. He took Mrs. Darling's kiss with him, the kiss that had been for no one else. But the years came and went without bringing the careless boy, and when they met again, Wendy was a married woman. Years rolled on, and Wendy had a daughter. That was the time for stories. It was Jane's invention to raise the sheet over her mother's head and her own, this making a tent, and in the awful darkness to whisper, "What do we see now? You see when you were a little girl." "That is a long time ago, sweetheart," says Wendy. "Ah me, how time flies." "Does it fly?" asks the artful child, "the way you flew when you were a little girl?" "Do you know, Jane, I sometimes wonder whether I ever did really fly." "Yes, you did. Why do they forget the way?" "It is only the gay and innocent and heartless who can fly." And then one night came the tragedy. It was the spring of the year, and the story had been told for the night, and Jane was now asleep in her bed. Wendy was sitting on the floor very close to the fire, so as to see to darn, for there was no other light in the nursery. And while she sat darning, she heard a crow. Then the window blew open as of old, and Peter dropped in on the floor. He was exactly the same as ever. He was a little boy, and she was grown up. "Hello, Wendy." "Hello, Peter." Peter looked. "Is it a new one?" "Yes." "Peter," she said falteringly, "are you expecting me to fly away with you?" "But of course, that is why I have come," he added a little sternly. "I can't come," she said apologetically. "I have forgotten how to fly." "I'll soon teach you again." "Oh, Peter, don't waste the fairy dust on me," she had to tell him. "I am old, Peter. I couldn't help it. I'm a married woman, Peter." "No, you're not." "Yes, and the little girl in the bed is my baby." "No, she's not." Peter continued to cry, and soon his sobs woke Jane. She sat up in bed and was interested at once. "Boy," she said, "why are you crying?" Peter rose and bowed to her, and she bowed to him from the bed. "Hello," he said. "Hello," said Jane. "My name is Peter Pan," he told her. "Yes, I know." "Goodbye," said Peter to Wendy, and he rose in the air, and the shameless Jane rose with him. Our last glimpse of her shows her at the window, watching them receding into the sky until they were as small as stars. And thus it will go on so long as children are gay and innocent and heartless.